Hi, my name's Steve and welcome to the Seaside Allotment channel. And I haven't got very much to do today actually. It's a bit of a rest day. Just going to plant some carrots, plant some perpetual spinach and do a bit of tidying up in the polytunnel, then I'm done. So the first bed that I'm planting is going to be perpetual spinach, and it used to have cabbages in. I harvested those yesterday. So I've put a mulch of spent mushroom compost over the ground, levelled it off, and there's the perpetual spinach that's going in. And so the next bed is this one. I just harvested the lettuces from here yesterday, and I've put just a 1 centimetre layer, so that's the planting depth of the carrots, of multi-purpose compost on here. So it's just a reasonably fine seed bed for those carrots to grow through. And the third bed I'm doing today is this one, which is going to be carrots again. And I just harvested the spinach from here yesterday. It's always a sad day when you have to pull productive plants out, but these are our winter carrots. We really need them, and hopefully this bed will look like this bed in a few days' time. So as always, I pre-water the holes, although this bed is reasonably well watered already, so I won't go overboard on that. But I'm convinced that helps to draw the roots down into the soil. So there we go. The plants are always planted below the level of the mulch, so they're not actually planted in the spent mushroom compost, they're planted in the soil compost layer that's below it, and therefore deeper down, closer to the water, and the mulch hopefully stops the evaporation. So that's the theory. Now I always plant these about 8 inches apart, and I know that in theory, according to the books, you're meant to plant them 12 inches apart. I don't really know why they go for such a wide spacing. I've always succeeded perfectly well for me at this density. And there are multiple plants in each plug. I will snip out some of them as they grow. Basically, they leave in the strongest. I put my little pegs in just to take the pressure off the plants when I fleece them. And I'm only fleecing them because we are still going to have quite a cold wind for the next few days. So might as well give them that little bit of extra protection. And they should be nice and cosy in there. So these are my spring carrots. Those have got a bit of mildew, unfortunately, but there's still carrots in there. These are my summer carrots. So I'm planting my autumn carrots now. My winter carrots, early winter carrots anyway, are being planted in these two beds when these cabbages are finished. So that will be sometime in early June. And these are my winter carrots. And then back to these in October. I'll plant carrots in containers, which will then live in the polytunnel until they come outside again in spring. So the summer carrots are Mercurio, they're pelleted from moles. That's one of the things I love about growing pelleted seeds. It's so easy to lay them out, and the density I've done here is acceptable for smallish carrots, but if half of them come up, then it's also the right spacing for big carrots. So it's kind of win-win. So there we go. A few people have asked me whether I mark the rows with radish. I don't, I just mark the rows with little sticks. I don't actually like having radish competing with my carrots in the bed. And I also water in to settle the compost around the seeds. I don't subscribe to the theory that you should only water the drills and then leave dry compost on top. I think that theory is just about trying to discourage weeds from germinating, but since I've used a compost mulch that's sterile on top, I'm not worried about weeds. I am worried about though is the compost drying out, so I just put this shade cloth on top. That keeps it nice and moist. You can water through it of course, and in about 10 days I'll take that off. Hopefully we'll have carrots. So now we're on to the winter carrots, you can probably guess from the name, and same story, drills 1 centimetre deep. There we go. Haven't quite got enough shade cloth to cover that last little bit, so I have to keep that really well watered. This is going to go in store now, and I'm done for the day. So now hopefully the threat of all frosts has gone. I can start sorting this polytunnel out a little bit, and the first thing to do is to get this on its climbing strings. And there we go, that's much better. The string is anchored at the bottom of the clips and is just winding his way, or all three of them rather, are winding their way up there. I'm not really sure whether 3 is the right quantity for that pot, but anyway, we'll give it a go and see how well they do. I'll leave the courgette there so it doesn't shade the peppers and the tomatoes too much. The runner beans will stay in here, and the French beans for well until June I think. I'll put them out in June. I don't want to take any risks with them, they're too valuable an early crop for me. So I've now got space in here for probably 4 tomato plants in containers, and those will be the ones that we'll keep in October, November time in here when we take these out. But the tomatoes are kind of looking a little bit worse for wear, so I do want to get them planted reasonably soon. So that trestle table is nicely tidied up. It won't be long actually before I get rid of all this stuff in here. Should be nice. A couple of weeks, it'll all be gone. So, hope you like this quick video. My name's Steve, this is the Seaside Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.